We hear all the time about how crypto is going to change the way we pay for things. But let's be real, there's always been this one huge question mark. How in the world can you trust a total stranger online with your money? Well, today we're going to look at a solution that tries to build that trust right into the transaction itself.
So just imagine for a second. You've found the perfect thing you've been looking for online. Maybe a car, a piece of art, whatever. But it's being sold by a complete stranger. Have you ever been in that spot? That little moment of panic right before you click send on a big chunk of cash and just cross your fingers?
And yeah, when you're talking about crypto, that feeling is like 100 times bigger. It's a real leap of faith. Because once you send that crypto, it's gone. There's no bank to call up, no way to do a chargeback. And that right there is one of the biggest things holding crypto back from being used every day. But what if you didn't have to trust the person? What if you could just trust the transaction itself? This is exactly where a service called Shake Defi steps in. They're using something called smart contracts to build this whole new layer of security, really changing the game for how we buy and sell stuff online.
I mean, just look at the difference here. The old way, traditional escrow, it's slow, it's expensive, you're stuck waiting on banks to be open. But with Shake Defi, it's instant. It works 24/7, and it's all run by code, no middlemen. But the craziest part? The fees. We're talking a tiny fraction of the cost.
So how does this all work? Well, the easiest way to think about it is like having a digital referee. It's this impartial, totally automated system that holds on to the money and just makes sure everyone plays by the rules they agreed on. And this referee has a name, Smart Contract Escrow.
Okay, so the really crucial part here is that this whole program lives on the blockchain. That means it's decentralized. Nobody can mess with it. Its only job, its entire purpose is to hold those funds securely and only release them when the rules are met. There are no people involved, no bias, just pure, unchangeable code doing its thing.
And the process itself is just beautifully simple. Step 1, the buyer and seller agree on the terms, like how long the escrow should last. Step 2, the buyer's money gets locked into that super secure smart contract. 3, the seller delivers the goods or service. And then, the final and most important part, the funds are automatically sent to the seller only after the buyer confirms or the time runs out. You don't have to trust the other person, you just have to trust the code.
Right, but what if something goes wrong? What if the car isn't what was promised? This is so important. The buyer is not left hanging. They can go right into the app, open a dispute, and request the refund. This gives you a safety net that's been totally missing from these kinds of crypto deals.
Okay, so it's safe, it's automatic, but it's got to be expensive, right? I mean, the old school escrow services can charge you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So what's the catch with Shake Defi?
0.1%. That's it. Seriously, just let that sink in for a minute. If you're doing a $10,000 deal, that's just $10. Compare that to the hundreds you'd pay a normal service. By swapping out human middlemen for automated code, the cost practically vanishes. It's incredible.
All right, let's talk about another classic crypto problem. You find someone who actually accepts crypto, which is great, but they want to be paid in, say, a stablecoin like USDC, and all you're holding is Bitcoin. Usually, that's a real pain, but Shake DeFi has a really slick solution for this. So first off, if you're brand new to crypto, you don't have to worry about signing up for some confusing exchange. You can just buy what you need safely right there inside the app with your bank account or debit card. And it's all powered by Coinbase, a name you can actually trust in the US, which adds a huge layer of confidence. And hey, if you're already in the crypto world, you can just pay with what you've got. We're talking the big ones: Bitcoin, Cardano, Doge, XRP, you name it. That flexibility is massive. It means you don't have to jump through a bunch of hoops converting your assets just to make one single purchase.
And this is where the magic happens. The app does all the hard work for you. It uses a service called Odos in the background to automatically swap your Bitcoin, for example, into the USDC that the seller wants. For you, the user, it just feels like a normal payment. It's completely seamless. So all this tech is cool, for sure. But who is this actually for? Like, how does this help in the real world? Well, this is where it gets really practical.
Think about it. Buying a car from someone on an online marketplace with crypto, or hiring a freelancer from halfway across the world. These are exactly the kinds of high-stakes situations Shake DeFi was built for. It's perfect for marketplace sellers, for contractors, for any business that wants to start accepting crypto but is worried about fraud. Really, it's for anyone who wants the speed and freedom of crypto but without all the risk.
This motto just nails it, doesn't it? Your money, your rules, your protection. It's all about putting the power back in your hands, taking away that need for blind trust, and just giving both the buyer and the seller the confidence to do business.
And the best part? Getting started is super easy. It's not some complicated thing for tech wizards. It's built for everyone, whether you're on your iPhone, an Android, or just on your computer at home. There are no real barriers here.
So when you put it all together, the security of smart contract escrow and these really simple, flexible payment options, Shake DeFi is really helping to make crypto a practical tool for everyday life. If any of this sounds interesting to you, you should definitely check it out for yourself. Just head over to shakedefi.com.